Imagine turning the pages of history to unlock the true origins of the most influential texts in Western civilization, the Gospels of the New Testament. For centuries, scholars, theologians, and historians alike have delved into this enigma, seeking to unravel the mystery of exactly when these sacred narratives were penned. Were they truly written during the time they depict, or are they the result of later interpretations and recollections? Today, we embark on a journey through time and scholarship to explore this captivating question. To begin, let's set the stage in the ancient world, a time when oral tradition was predominant. The Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are traditionally dated to the 1st century CE, in the decades following the life of Jesus Christ. The earliest of these, the Gospel of Mark, is commonly dated to around 70 CE, with Matthew and Luke following in the 80s to 90s CE, and John around the turn of the century. Scholars base these estimations on contextual clues within the texts themselves and historical events, particularly the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE, a pivotal event that Mark seems to reference. But why do these dates matter? The timeline is crucial because the closer the texts are to the actual events they describe, the more likely they are to accurately reflect those events. Critics have long argued that a later composition would mean more time for myth and legend to obscure historical fact. Yet, early Christian communities were fervent in their belief, and their written accounts formed the backbone of burgeoning Christianity, a fact that hints at a strong oral tradition being committed to writing relatively soon after Jesus' crucifixion. We must also consider the nature of authorship in antiquity. The Gospels were likely written not by the eponymous disciples themselves, but by followers who recorded their teachings. This was a common practice in the ancient world, where authors often attributed works to their teachers or leaders to honor their authority. Thus, while the texts may not have been penned by eyewitnesses, they were nonetheless inspired by those close to the events. Further complicating the puzzle is the fact that no original manuscripts exist today. What we have are copies of copies, passed through centuries of transmission. Despite this, the consistency across these copies is notable, suggesting careful preservation of the core messages, though some variations do exist. Recent archaeological discoveries and the study of ancient manuscripts continue to provide tantalizing insights. The Dead Sea Scrolls, for example, offer a glimpse into Jewish life and thought, just before and during the time the Gospels were written, providing valuable context. In conclusion, while the exact timing and authorship of the Gospels remain subjects of debate, the prevailing scholarly consensus leans towards their origin in the 1st century CE, close to the events they recount. These narratives, whether viewed through the lens of faith or history, serve as a window into the early Christian world and its enduring legacy. As we explore these ancient texts, we are not just deciphering words on a page, but connecting with voices from the past, voices that continue to echo through time, inviting us to ponder, question, and understand.